On one such day, a group of tourists found themselves aboard an Indonesian boat, accompanied by professional diver Julian Dungio. As the boat cruised around the islands, the tourists relished the fresh sea breeze, eagerly anticipating sightings of mantas, turtles, and other marine life in the Indian Ocean. This type of excursion was a cornerstone of Indonesia's thriving tourism industry, with boat operators refining their routes over time. Local operators noticed that tourists were most thrilled when they could explore the less frequented islands. These remote locations offered a break from the crowds, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in nature and discover places not typically featured in mainstream resort materials. This personalized experience made tourists feel unique and valued, prompting locals to cater to this desire for exclusivity. However, this approach came with its own set of risks, including the potential for injuries or encounters with less friendly marine creatures. Julian had harbored a lifelong passion for diving, dedicating years to honing his skills and knowledge in pursuit of his dream. Residing on Gorontalo, one of Indonesia's islands known for its crystal-clear waters, Julian positioned himself to pursue his passion. Through hard work and determination, he established himself as a fearless and proficient diver. In a relatively short span, he secured the role he had long coveted, guiding tourists on diving expeditions to explore the region's native flora and fauna. While Julian primarily led diving tours, occasionally he joined fishing boats on their ventures. On this particular day, while aboard a fishing vessel, they made a remarkable discovery beneath the ocean's surface, a sighting of something unusually large. Few marine creatures reached such colossal proportions. Perhaps it was a whale or a formidable shark. Julian and the boatman possessed keen eyes honed by experience, spotting the looming figure below before any of the guests noticed. They understood it was only a matter of time before the guests caught sight of it as well. Julian sprang into action, immediately attempting to identify the creature. However, he noticed a troubling sign. The animal remained motionless, an unusual behavior for a large fish in the Indian Ocean. However, the fishermen were at a loss for answers, unaware that this day's excursion was anything but ordinary. Meanwhile, Julian prepared himself to dive into the water and investigate. Despite his nerves, he meticulously geared up while feeling the weight of the guests' eyes upon him. The other staff members briefed everyone on the unfolding situation, igniting a sense of anticipation and curiosity among all on board. With bated breath, guests and fishermen alike watched as Julian plunged into the depths below. Tension mounted as the tourists shared photos they had taken, revealing a peculiar sight. A large fin protruding from the creature's back, suggesting it might be a shark. Despite scrutinizing the images, the fishermen remained unable to definitively confirm the creature's identity. All eyes were now on Julian, the brave diver who would soon descend beneath the boat's surface to uncover the truth. Julian possessed a remarkable outlook on life, viewing every living being as valuable and deserving of help. He strongly suspected that the mysterious creature was entangled in a fishing net or some other trap, a situation that could prove fatal if left unchecked. This knowledge fueled his determination to assist the creature in need. While Julian's compassion drove him forward, others aboard the boat worried about the potential dangers he faced. What if he encountered an angry shark or struggled to free the creature without harm? Despite these concerns, Julian pressed on, driven by his belief in the sanctity of all life. As he approached the animal, Julian's suspicions were confirmed. The orca was ensnared in a tangle of fishing lines. However, to his surprise, it was not a shark but a large orca. Recognizing the distinctive shapes and colors of the orca, Julian understood the perilous situation he had placed himself in. Giant orcas are renowned as apex predators, ruling the oceanic food chain. Their sheer size and strength posed a significant threat, and any sudden movement from the orca could prove disastrous for Julian. Freeing the orca required a delicate touch and precise movements. With measured breaths, Julian began the painstaking process of untangling the creature, calling for assistance from the boat crew. As the crew and the orca drew closer, the tourists on board witnessed an unforgettable spectacle. They were experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, watching the drama unfold before their eyes. A fellow fisherman and friend of Julian's bravely joined him in the water to assist. Despite their compassionate intentions, the commotion only agitated the orca further, causing it to thrash about in an attempt to ward off the men. However, their determination to help outweighed any fear, and they continued their efforts to free the distressed animal. Julian and his friend attempted to reassure the orca through their voices and gestures, conveying that they were there to offer aid, not harm. As Julian painstakingly worked to untangle the fishing lines, he could sense the orca's escalating discomfort. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, Julian made a daring move. With his friend keeping a watchful eye, Julian swam toward the orca's fin and began to gently stroke it. This unexpected gesture seemed to calm the orca, halting its frantic movements and allowing Julian to continue his work. The tourists on board watched in awe as Julian risked his life to save the orca. Their tension eased as they witnessed the creature relax under Julian's touch. However, the atmosphere quickly shifted when Julian's friend alerted him to a troubling discovery beneath the water's surface. Swimming to the orca's belly, Julian saw the main fishing line that was causing the animal distress. Despite the danger, he now had a clear understanding of what needed to be done to free the orca. However, the prospect of swimming beneath an orca was undeniably daunting, with the risk of injury or worse looming large. Some onlookers urged him to reconsider, but those familiar with Julian knew that his commitment to aiding animals outweighed any personal fears. As Julian's friend worked to keep the orca calm, Julian maneuvered underwater to sever the remaining fishing lines. It was a tense and precarious task, with everyone on board holding their breath in anticipation. Finally, the lines floated away from the orca, signaling success. Remarkably, the orca remained still, allowing Julian and his friend to safely return to the boat. However, it was clear that the orca needed encouragement to move. Julian used a large stick to gently prompt the whale to flick its tail, signaling to the orca that it was free. A cheer erupted as the orca swam away, its freedom palpable. Julian beamed with pride and relief, knowing he had not only saved a magnificent creature but also emerged unscathed. The orca's gratitude was evident, leaving a lasting impression on Julian.